it's Arabella. You're listening to Smash FM. You can find me on Instagram at arabella.hanger. Hope to see you guys soon.
Welcome everyone here to the Smash Evening Show right here on Smash FM here on ANZAC Day. Of course, let's head up to our friends up in the beautiful part of New South Wales and of course speak with one of the music artists up there. Of course, her name is Arabella. She joins us right now. Thanks, Arabella, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. Well, tell us a bit about the year so far for yourself.
I've actually had quite a big year. I flew over to Nashville and recorded there with my incredible producer, Trey Bruce. Um, yeah, so I was trying to think of what to say. I'm like, what have I done? And then I'm like, oh, I actually did go over to Nashville and record 4 new songs. So that's quite big for me. And yeah, that's just shows. I've been gigging and whatnot. But yeah, that's what I've been up to so far this year.
Tell us a bit about heading over to the Music City.
It was, I can't even describe it. It was incredible. It's so different to over here. It really opens your eyes to like the possibilities and just how big the industry really is, um, compared to here in Australia. There's just so much more going on. It's incredible.
You've just said that you recorded your music over there. When are we expecting that to come out?
Very soon actually. It's being mastered. They're being mastered right now. I'd say probably June,
Mhm.
early June. Yeah, so that's very exciting.
And,
Yes.
and have you got some gigs or tours coming up for that?
I've got a gig at Glenworth Grazing Festival. So I'm hoping that kind of lines up with the release of my first single. That would be quite cool, I think. But yeah, I think that will be very good.
Now, how long in the making was this single?
Um, I think me and Trey started on Zoom in September last year. Um, and we just smashed them all out by November and then flew over there and yeah, very cool.
You mentioned obviously you've had a busy time start the year. As you mentioned, you went over to the US to Nashville. Are you going back there again anytime soon?
It's not confirmed, but I will be, yeah, towards the end of this year, start of next year to get some more recorded. Yeah.
What have you got other than the release that you mentioned? Obviously, that's coming out in about a month or 2 months' time. Any other things that you've got planned for the rest of this year?
Um, Nothing that's been announced yet.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a bit going on towards the end of this year, which is very exciting.
Now, you performed the national anthem at the recent Butt and Bulls thing at the Hawkesbury Showgrounds late last month. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, my boyfriend is a bull rider, so he does the PBRs over here. So yeah, I've been getting involved in that and the Bikes and Bulls, organized by Amber and Brody. They just got me involved, and I was like, why not? It's quite cool.
How was it performing the national anthem?
It was cool. It was really cool. I did it at Kudos Bank Arena for Bikes and Bulls Sydney, which was crazy. I was like, this is the biggest crowd I've performed for. Um, so yeah, it was nerve-wracking, but it's really good. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned you performed at the Kudos Bank Arena in Homebush, one of the big stadiums in the country,
Yeah.
especially indoor. How surreal was it to walk out onto the queue?
It was crazy. It was just like the feeling you get. Well, for obviously other artists, the feeling that you get when you hear your name being announced and you're like, and you look and you can just see everybody. It's like, what is going on? But yeah, it was so cool. Yeah.
Obviously, performing in New South Wales in particular. Is any time coming down to Melbourne or anywhere around the country?
Hopefully. I mean, I did the national anthem in Brisbane as
Okay.
well at can't even remember what it was called now. Brisbane Entertainment Centre. That was
Yep.
that. Um, not performed in Melbourne yet, so maybe we'll have to get that on the cards.
Now you mentioned about you had amazing people over at Nashville. I guess how did you connect with them, especially being so far away from each other?
Well, I got together with my vocal coach. I hadn't been with her for that long. Her name's Stacey. Um, and she said to me, she said, Arabella, I've got this amazing guy. He's a producer. I think you'd work really well together. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, can we go get coffee? Can you organize? Like, rah, rah. And she went, no, he's in Nashville. And I was like, oh, okay. So she organized a Zoom and yeah, we went from there. And then obviously he's very big over there. And his dad, he wrote the song Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys.
Oh,
But yeah, he's got lots of connections, very well known, yeah, very big over there. Well, everywhere. It's a huge song, Willie Nelson, crazy. But yeah, it was all because of my vocal coach.
let's talk a bit about your music journey. Where did it start for you?
Um, I started locally. Um, I started with Gina Jeffries at her academy. And then soon after I started working with her son, Jackie. Um, we wrote a few songs. I think I was 14 or 15. Um, they were more pop. And then I released them at the beginning of last year. And it was big. That was very big for me because I was like, wow, first single, rah, rah. Um, and then when I'd released them, I met Trey, the Nashville producer, and I just wanted to change direction a bit. So my previous ones were very pop and very now. So I wanted to kind of incorporate a few different genres into how I wanted my sound to be. So what we can be expecting for the new singles is more of a pop country rock kind of genre. Can't even just it.
Yeah, typical Nashville, country rock.
Yeah.
Do you
Um,
do you like those type of genres?
Yeah, I do. I really do. Well, because my boyfriend's a bull rider, he has me listening to George Strait and Alan Jackson. So I just wanted to put a more modern twist on country music.
Uh-huh.
It's yeah, it's pop country. It would please both aspects, I think. We'll see.
Is there any particular arenas or venues that you would love to perform?
Oh, I haven't even thought about that. I went to CMC this year, um, in where was it? Brisbane, Queensland, somewhere.
Yeah.
Um, so I thought that would be really cool to have as a gig. I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
that's for me. But I haven't even thought about it. No, I mean, kudos. That would be quite nice, I think. Um, just anywhere, especially in Nashville. Nashville's the atmosphere.
It
Just
is.
anywhere. Put me anywhere in Nashville. I'll take it.
Okay. I'm assuming they've told you about the Grand Ole Parade, which is the most famous one in Nashville, and the Raymond.
Yes.
Any of those are in your bucket list?
Yeah. Yeah. Now that you've said it, yeah.
What does music mean to you now?
Um, it's just everything from being a baby. The only thing that would stop me from crying, or so I'm told, um, was the song. When You Say You Love Me by
Yes.
Heath Ledger, that was the song that would stop me crying, apparently. Um, and it's always been, music's always been a part of my life. I started playing the violin when I was 4. Um, and I learnt the Suzuki method. So I'd hear something on the radio and I'd go home and play it and sing along. Um, and I guess just growing up with that, it's kind of my peace now. And I feel like whenever I'm in a mood or just whenever I'm sad or I'm happy, there's always a song that reflects the way you're feeling. And I feel like that's a very powerful thing. And just the fact that it's universal. Like you can't, never somewhere you can't go that hasn't got music, you know what I mean? It like brings people together and I just like being a part of that.
Any
Yeah.
future goals or ambitions in music?
Probably just keep writing and performing and heading over to Nashville. And obviously I want music is the only thing I want to do with my life. So I don't know what I'd do if it doesn't work out. But yeah, I just want to perform more. I'd like it to be my full-time job because as of right now, it's not.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's the reality of it. It's a hard industry, but
Mm.
yeah.
Songwriting and performing. Firstly, which one do you prefer out of those two? And then the second question, what's the most rewarding out of those two?
Oh, hit me with a hard question. Um, which one do I prefer? We'll do that one first. Was that the first question? They're very different. They are very different. Songwriting, you kind of just at home in your own little private space, just writing things down in your book or on your laptop. Um, I probably prefer performing though, because you can get the raw um emotions and feelings of the crowd. Like you can, what's the word I'm looking for? Their reactions. You can reactions, not a hard one. You can get their raw reactions and you're just like, wow, I know exactly what you're thinking right now. Whereas when you're songwriting, you're going, oh, are people gonna get this? Are they gonna like it's the questions that you have when you're songwriting? Like, is this gonna go over people's heads? Are they gonna understand the meaning or the, you know, rewarding? Um, Probably the songwriting because, well, for me, I just write about things that have happened to me or things that I've gone through. I find it hard to make up stories because I'm like, I want it to be very authentic. Like I want it to tell a story. So with these new songs that I've done, it's kind of I started here. You can see the way my brain was working at the time, how each song tells a different story about like the year of my life kind of thing. So I feel like that's very rewarding. It's like therapy almost. So it's rewarding to me. I don't know if it's rewarding to everybody else, but yeah, that'd be the most rewarding for me, I think.
So, what would be your advice to people that should get involved in music?
Just go for it. Honestly, I know it's a lot easier said than done. Um, but I feel like for so long I was thinking to myself, oh, like what are people going to think about me? Like it's all it's the outside views and voices that stop you from doing what you want to do.
Mm,
And the minute you go for it, you feel so much better that you've gone out of your comfort zone and done it. Like you don't regret the things that you have done. You regret what you don't do. You know what I
mm.
mean? So yeah, just go for it. Just build your network. Just go for it.
See this the top three popular release on Spotify for you, which is Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda, Any More, or Read. Which one of those three is your favorite?
Red was my first one. Oh, I don't know. Probably, I mean, I wrote them. Oh, I co-wrote them all around the same time. I just feel like those songs really showed my age. Like the vocab was not there, and I was like, um, probably, I'd have to go for my first one, Red. I feel like that was the most popular among people as well. Yeah, we'll go with Red.
Okay.
Yeah.
How should they follow you on the socials and their favorite streaming services?
Probably Instagram. Instagram's the biggest one for me at the moment. Not cracked TikTok yet, so it's not probably not a good one to follow me on. Yeah, definitely Instagram. Definitely Instagram. I'm always posting on there, doing covers and sharing my little journey. Um, and Spotify. Spotify's probably the biggest one for me.
And what's your Instagram handle for everyone that should follow you on Insta?
It's arabella.hanger, Hanger.
Now we'll finish with these couple of light-hearted questions.
Yeah,
The
go.
first one is, have you had an embarrassing moment on stage?
Who hasn't? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I was performing at a bar around where I live, and I had like 30 seconds of the song memorized, and I don't know what I thought I was gonna do, but I was like, yeah, I'll just sing it, like I'll be fine, it'll come to me. No. So I did this 30 seconds of the song and just stopped, and I went, yeah, that's all I've got. And everyone was dead silent. I was like, oh, they'll just laugh it off. No, 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 they didn't. I was like, oh, sorry. It's not too bad. It wasn't too bad. It was definitely embarrassing for me. Hopefully they don't remember it. But yeah, I haven't fallen over. I haven't fallen over yet. But actually, I have another one. I have another one. At Kudos Bank Arena,
Ooh.
I wore stiletto boots in that much sand. And I was like, why? Why did you do that? I was sinking into the ground, like trying to scoop my way out. It was tragic. It was so tragic. And when they zoom in with the big cameras on the thing, you could
Oh no.
see me like trying to hold myself up and my legs were shaking. I was like, I need to hit the gym. I can't even hold myself up. Right. Yeah. That was that. Terrible.
Okay, so touch wood, you don't um fall as well. But it's house all those two.
I have that.
Okay, you've just answered my next question about have you forgotten a lyric to a song. So
Go. 2 for 1.
have you had any strange song requests?
No. Yes. Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have. Let me actually find it right now.
Oh,
I can't even remember it. I was baffled. No, it was the song, can't find it. Rich Baby Daddy.
oh,
Baby Daddy. And I was like,
oh.
oh, no, no, it's okay. Next. Baffled. Absolutely baffled.
I actually know the song, so that's right.
Who doesn't? And I was like Rich Baby Daddy. I went, who else? Who else have we got? I was like, no, not for me.
Oh, I'm never going to forget that one. Now, we'll finish with these last two. Do you have a pre-performance superstition, ritual, or routine?
I drink hot water
Mhm.
with honey in it, and I have to do things 6 times. Six has always been a thing for me. Like when I'm going to bed, I have to turn the light off 6 times. I don't know what that is about, but I'll have to I'll have to have 6 sips of a drink before I go on stage. Weird. that's probably my thing.
Okay.
You're like, okay, you freak.
I can't wait for you to come down to Melbourne now to see your stupid.
I put myself in these holes all the time.
Oh, no, it's a good thing. It's an absolutely good thing.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm glad you said it, not me. Do you have a favorite cover song? Because you've done quite a few on your Insta.
Yeah, I've done lots. Just because it's my mom's favorite. Bubbly by
Oh yes.
Colby someone.
Um,
Yeah,
yep. Don't know.
Colby.
Don't know the last name, but I do know the song. Yes.
I always say it wrong, so I'm like, I can't say it right now. Colby, yeah, probably that one. Bubbly. Yeah. Or Stick Season
Oh.
by Noah Khan. I do like that one as well. They're my faves.
Arabella, it is so awesome having the show. I can't wait to see your new release that's coming out in 2 months' time in June. And hopefully, we get to see you down here in Melbourne very soon so we can get to catch up in person.
Yes, definitely. That sounds amazing. Thank you so much for having me.
No worries. And that's Arabella there. Join us, cause as you said, you can follow her on Spotify to follow her music as well as on Instagram as well. And of course, we'll put all the details up on how you can follow her on the socials and your favorite music streaming services. There's more on the Smash Evening Show right after this. Don't go away here on the NZAC Day edition.
Hey, it's Arabella. You're listening to Smash FM. You can find me on Instagram at arabella.hanger. Hope to see you guys soon.